Oh wow, would you look at that? Another example of vaping not being that healthy solution to smoking that it was often marketed as. A factory worker who vaped every 10 seconds suffered a catastrophic injury. Never thought it would happen to me. Texas factory worker who vaped every 10 seconds. It's just, it's equivalent to a chain smoker, right? So yeah, it's just, sucking on a robot dick instead of just a cancer stick. Claims a catastrophic injury was a wake-up call he needed to finally quit for good. Hudson Williams made the switch from smoking cigarettes for a year to vaping in 2019 because it tasted better. Oh, that's fantastic. But 6 years after becoming addicted to the disposable e-cigarettes, the 23-year-old, holy shit, that young, huh? Was hospitalized in August after experiencing heartburn that escalated into a sharp chest pain. Within about 15 minutes, it felt like somebody had shot me in the chest with a shotgun. Williams was rushed to the hospital, where doctors diagnosed him with a partially collapsed lung. Holy shit. That's not great. That is not great at all. Which occurs when the air leaks in the chest cavity and puts pressure on the lung. The thousands of potentially cancer-causing chemicals in vapes eat away at the lung tissue and cause small air-filled sacs called blebs to rupture, causing lungs to collapse. Left untreated, this can lead to trouble breathing and infections in the chest cavity. Williams admitted that he had seen posts online warning him of potential dangers linked to vaping, and it's just like any other smoker that's out there. It's not going to happen to me, including permanent lung damage, high blood pressure, and lung cancer. He thought, I didn't think that it would happen to him. Yeah, exactly. A story as old as time. And yeah, even though he's 23, I guess he might have thought that, I'll just gamble with the present and then just put off all the consequences to the future. But yeah, here you go. His warning comes roughly 6% of U.S. adults, about 17 million, report vaping regularly. The highest rates are seen in young adults aged 18 to 24, with more than 15% in that group reporting regular use. Among children, about 1.6 million middle and high school students still vape, though the usage has declined since its peak in 2019, because they probably couldn't get away with it at home between the years of 2020 and 2021. I guess some good ended up coming out of the lockdown. I was pretty lucky, because some people have a full collapse or even both lungs collapse, said Williams. The doctor said that there was a 100% chance that this has been caused by vaping, and they also told me that it could happen again even if I don't vape. It was scary. I definitely regretted the fact that I'd vape. Vaping has long been touted as a safer alternative to smoking, which is proven to cause 9 in 10 lung cancers, America's deadliest form of the disease. However, a growing body of research has found the habit could be linked to other long-term harms, including said collapsed lung. And so, yes, let's just go over a refresher course. How the vapes work and how they could damage the body. Okay, so you got the vape coil, a wire wrapped in a spiral around the wicking material, heats up the liquid and turns into vapor. The e-liquid that vaporizes when the battery heats it up in the tank or cartridge. The power button, some vapes come with a power button, and that can be held down to produce the aerosols. Others, like Juuls, are activated when the user inhales. And then the e-liquid, it's just a whole bunch of it contains other chemicals like nicotine, the addictive substance. And then also, has flavorings and propylene glycol. And of course, you got the lithium battery that heats everything up to 200 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So yes, a nice cooking temperature. But yes, what do they end up affecting? The lungs, of course. A cocktail of chemicals combines with oxygen and carbon dioxide, causing inflammation and permanent scarring. To the heart, nicotine causes the heart to beat faster and raises blood pressure. Blood vessels themselves, after consumption, blood vessels constrict or narrow, limiting the amount of blood that flows to the organs. And finally, your adrenal glands. They release adrenaline, creating a buzz of energy, and over a long enough and prolonged enough use could end up burning out said adrenal glands. So yeah, guess what? Vaping isn't healthier. In fact, it is creating more diverse and, I'm not going to say any more dangerous side effects than smoking, because both are terrible and both should be thought of in the same breath. Pun fully intended. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.